Welcome in Brock Ketelsen, 2025 outfielder out of California's Valley Christian High School, and now a Stanford commit. Brock, thanks for the time. And first off, hope you and your family have stayed safe with Tropical Storm Hillary hitting Southern California.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You were the first member of Team California and one of the first players who took part in the future games in general to make their commitment when you made your announcement August 2nd. Take me inside that decision. How long was Stanford on the short list for you, and why did you ultimately decide to go with the Cardinal?
I mean, I live like 30 minutes from Stanford. I mean, it's super close. I mean, it's been my dream school since I was a little kid. I mean, there's really, I feel like not much better than Stanford, just as where the academic side, obviously the baseball side, it's just like I felt like it's always been my dream. And I mean, the fact that I was able to get that offer was kind of just like a no-brainer for me and my family. Um, and we like discussed with the coaches, I discussed with my family, and I mean, it was a pretty easy decision to kind of make that choice.
You're the fifth Valley Christian player to head to Palo Alto since 2020. Tatum Marsh obviously is headed for Stanford. His brother Quentin, also a Cardinal commit. You mentioned the proximity, but tell me about that connection between Valley Christian and Stanford.
I mean, it's pretty. I mean, yeah, as you said, like everybody is it's almost like a feeder into Stanford. Like it's like everybody from Valley. If you're good, you're going to Stanford. Kind of. I don't know. It's always been kind of the thing, and where the coaches obviously they have good relationships with the Stanford coaches, and I mean, yeah, it was just kind of uh obviously, yeah. Like I called my the pitching coach at Valley, well, just the assistant, Adam Vardaresian. And he really just helped me kind of make the decision as well, just because he um, knows Coach Eager at Stanford so well. And just, it was kind of, I mean, yeah, it made the choice much easier for me.
Your announcement, I mean, came just days after future games. I want to get into the experience a little bit that you had at LakePoint Sports. You mentioned that you had missed part of the workout because of the flight. When you finally got there and things got rolling, I mean, how did you kind of just jump right into it? Did you feel any added pressure to show out in the games then too, when maybe you weren't maybe in the flow of everything that you wanted to be when you got there for the workouts?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. Like, you didn't really I didn't get to meet any like my teammates. Obviously, there's I think only like three guys from NorCal on our team, so I didn't really know a lot of people. And so showing up late just because the flight was really tough. Like, I got hopped right into the 60, no warm up. So it was just like that was almost like the throwaway day almost. Like it was like this is not my day to shine. Like I need to really step it up in the games was kind of where I felt like I could really show my talents.
Well, you obviously did. I mean, you had a triple against Carolinas, end up driving in a pair in the runaway win over Mid-Atlantic. You end up earning a spot in the top 5 of Shooter Hunt's Fab 50. How would you describe the overall experience for you, both in, you mentioned it coming together with a group of guys that you didn't necessarily know. You maybe played against them, but not really, played with them before. And obviously all you guys coming together to represent the state of California.
I mean, it was an awesome event. Like I think it was my favorite event of the summer and probably one of my favorite events I've ever done. I mean, it was just really well ran, and it was like a ton of fun to kind of meet a lot of those SoCal guys, and a lot of the best play with the best talent from California, and also play like some of the best talent from these other states like the Carolinas, the Floridas, and who we played. And it was just, I mean, yeah, it was a ton of fun, and it was really cool. Like Coach Les, he was really fun to me and really fun to play under. So yeah, it was a great experience.
Well, part of a real whirlwind summer for you, obviously, you did future games, area code games, you had the commitment. I want to get into the player that Stanford is getting. Now, everyone loves the smooth swing, the ability in the field, what you provide when you get on the mound. If you had to pinpoint, though, what you think is the biggest strength for yourself in the field right now, what is it?
Honestly, I mean, not really sure. I feel like obviously like I feel like my swing, I mean, I work on that a lot. I feel like that's a strong point, but also like I think that um I have a pretty good ability to track down baseballs in the outfield, and like I feel like my speed helps me a little bit, but I'd say probably the two most like standout would probably be my defensive ability and my hitting for sure.
What's the key to you in maintaining a swing that doesn't have a lot of moving parts, that stays smooth, that if you get into a rut at the plate, you can quickly get yourself back into a rhythm?
I mean, it's just now that I was like at obviously future games, I went to area codes. There's just, I mean, it's velo, 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 and then obviously all of them have really good stuff. So it's like you can't be too big, and that just the bigger you are, the more susceptible you are to those that velo, that off speed. It's like the shorter you are, the more you can keep your barrel in the zone well. It's just giving you all that room for error. And I feel like I really just try to harp on that when I train, like just be short, just almost like I'm, it's like I'm facing like 95. I just am, it's almost like normal to me now that I'm gets thrown into the game.
Okay, so we talked about the strength. What do you feel like is that tool that as you look at these next couple of years that you think this is where I need to get a little bit better to make an immediate or a quick impact when I get to college?
I would say my speed, honestly, like I feel like, I mean, I'm like a good runner right now, but I think that if I could really excel at being a great runner, that would just, I feel like, put me over the edge and really give me that competitive edge over some of my competition.
So what's the plan to shore that up? Is it working on, just the strength? Is it working on, the speed burst? What do you feel like is that plan to in action to make that happen?
I mean, obviously strength. So I like right now I'm a skinny guy, so I would like to build that strength. But I mean, there's also yeah, like that speed burst, just making sure that I can be as explosive as possible because those balls that maybe now I can't get to, I can hopefully get to in the future and I can steal more bags. And it's just that constant repetitiveness of just being explosive, explosive, explosive is just, I think, a big key for me to boost my speed.
Who influenced a player along the way is always something I kind of find fascinating. So who was that for you in terms of coaches, teammates, even guys that you watched on TV and maybe tried to go outside and emulate? Who's made a real big impact on you in this point in your career?
I mean, a lot of coaches have helped me. Like I would say that my like one of my best friends, his dad was a professional baseball player, and he has really just helped me kind of grow my baseball game. I mean, he lives right down the street. That obviously helped me a lot. But like some players that I try to emulate, like I always have loved watching Ronald Acuna play, just because he is so like, I mean, he just brings so much passion to the game, and he has that speed factor. He steals a lot of bases, which I would like to do, and he has that power, that arm, like everything that I mean, I'm trying to emulate, kind of.
All right. Well, you can't bury it now and not tell us who is this? Who's the player's son that you're working with?
So the dad is named Ryan Wing, and my best friend is named Caleb Wing.
Okay, so you got the Acuna love out there. Tell me about obviously the influence of your parents in getting you to the point that you are now, where you have the ability to have Stanford next for you. What's the support system been like for you in terms of your development thus far?
I mean, my parents have played a huge role. I mean, like so freshman year, I was at my local high school, Scotts Valley High, and so um, I was kind of like, I think I need more of a challenge. I need to, if I want to play at the next level, I need something more. And I went and asked my parents, and they were 100% like up for it. They were like, "We'll drive you over the hill to Valley Christian," and that really opened like so many doors for me. Um, and I just like, I'm so grateful that they were able to give me that opportunity and just provide me everything that I have gotten and what has gotten me to this place.
Well, obviously, Brock, you were taking full advantage of it. Listen, man, I appreciate the time. Congratulations on the Stanford commitment, man. Wishing you all the best going forward.
Thank you.